Hello YouTube. So I bought a new riding lawnmower. I had a Toro LX500 with a 50-inch deck prior to this. 15 years. This year I decided to retire it. Still ran good. That Kohler engine was strong. All it ever did was spit a pair of push rods that I replaced for 10 or 20 bucks. Ran great. Like I said, it was pretty worn out. It had like 700 hours. So I decided to get a Husqvarna. And I got a YTH24V54, which is basically 24 horse, 54-inch cut. I went online. I was researching lawnmowers. I always liked the Husqvarna. I have a John Red chainsaw. Love it. Works great. And mostly everywhere I looked said the Husqvarna was the thing to get. So I bought it. And I can't really say I'm a big fan. And I'll tell you why. First of all, the first time I used it, I ran out of gas halfway through cutting the yard. I cut about 3 acres. The gas tank is much smaller than my old one, which is disappointing. There's so much room in there for more tank, but I'm not sure why there isn't. The tank location also sucks. It'd be great if it was at the back, under the back seat, where you could just fill it back here. Perhaps move the battery to the front like other models do. So it's inconvenient filling with fuel, let alone having a small tank. The Briggs & Stratton 24 horse, it is what it is. Briggs & Stratton, they've made a billion motors. I would have preferred a Kohler, but I'm sure this will be just fine. The hood's metal, which I thought was cool. Not too many of them are anymore. When you engage the deck, it's really loud, and I noticed it was much louder than my 50-inch. I'm not sure why, if it's the angle of the blades or just that there's 4 inches bigger than the 50-inch. I'm not sure, but it sounds like a helicopter. It's got a really low drone, and I do wear ear protection all the time when I cut the grass, mostly because I can listen to music at the same time, but you can really hear it in your ear protection. Now, as far as features go, it's got your forward and reverse pedal, which is pretty cool. It's fully hydrostatic. It works great. It goes fast if you really need it to. It's got a good high speed to it. It does, when you run it, you can cut in reverse just by putting the key to the second position. There's your PTO for the blades. It is a chokeless motor, but it does have a choke option. When you just push the throttle up further, it does choke it if it's cold, and it bounces back. Of course, the brake / clutch, deck height adjustment, all those things are typical. Something else I don't like about it is whenever I drive it, and we have a few hills, the ground's unlevel, it seems to get stuck all the time, and the tires just want to spin. I weigh 175 pounds. I'm not sure if it's just because of my weight, but it does seem to just spin the tires, and it's really annoying. I might try loading them just to add a bit more weight, but that'll be another day. This is it. This is the Husqvarna. I mean, it's nice. I'm a fan of orange, but everything's pretty standard. It does have a seat switch, so when you get off the seat, it shuts off unless you've got the parking brake set. Grease fitting. It's got the deck wash system that I'll probably never use, but it did come with the fitting for that. I can't say that I would rush out and buy this model or version again. Perhaps it's the lightest of duty, but I guess it's really more so at the cheap end. I really didn't think it was for 3,500 bones, but it's not my favorite lawnmower. And like I said, the small gas tank is super annoying because I have to fill it in order to finish cutting all the grass. First world problems. But if you're interested in knowing anything about it, this is just my opinion. It cuts good. Of course, it's a new lawnmower. And the odd time it gives a bit of a weird lip. I'm not sure why. I might have to. This is the way that the scalp wheels came, and I might have to change those around. I'm not really too sure yet. But that's it. It's got working headlights as well. like every tractor, but just small tires. It's just very light duty, which is unfortunate. Like I said, you can't really test drive lawnmowers before you use them, and I thought this was going to be badass. Either way, it's Husqvarna. It's a good name. It's got an anti-vibration steering wheel that doesn't seem to really do any anti-vibrating. Cruise control feature, which most of them have now. And your ground is really flat. It's probably a decent tractor for you. It does have lots of power. I mean, 24 horses, nothing to shake a stick at for a small little tractor. It did come with a battery. It was fully charged. Everything was assembled. So it's still a nice looking tractor no matter what, in my opinion. If you're thinking about a YTH24V54 Husqvarna. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you again soon.